presentation of Fox Sports.
I want to talk about this guy. He was like some sort of secret agent or something. No.
Who are you?
This is the guy.
I'm a guy.
Until a week ago, Roy Miller was the most trusted covert agent in the world.
What happened a week ago?
Bears skies one high and deep to left. Forget about this one. Airtime.
Much-needed off day yesterday. The Angels begin a two-week homestand. And it kicks off tonight with the first of three against the visiting Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, everyone. From inside the Big A, Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubzik. Glad you could join us for Angels baseball once again. And this weekend, it was fantastic baseball at Wrigley Field. The Angels taking 2 of 3. And even though they got knocked around a little bit on Sunday, it's all about winning series, and they certainly took care of business.
Well, they did. They pitched very well, particularly in those first 2 games of that series there. And, of course, they hit the ball very well. They fielded it well. Of course, playing in Wrigley Field was a great atmosphere for the ball club. A number of guys had never been there before, and they win another series. That Mike Scioscia mantra, winning the series, they did so.
Including yourself. You had a good time at Wrigley Field, didn't you? Well, of course, this is not the first meeting between these two ball clubs. The last time the Dodgers and the Angels met at Chavez Ravine, it was all Angels. It was one-sided. The Halos taking the sweep.
Boy, they had some tremendous swings throughout that entire series. Looking on the outer half of the plate, and they scored so many more runs than the Dodgers. Outscored them 20-8. And, of course, they pitched very well in that series. This should be a great one tonight. Of course, they didn't face Clayton Kershaw down there at Dodger Stadium. They will so tonight, a guy with dominant stuff. So the opportunity to go out there and win Game 1 is going to be important. Irvin Santana on the hill for the Angels.
You're absolutely right. A great pitching matchup this evening in Game 1 of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Dodgers. A lot of offensive fireworks for the Halos the last time. Let's see if they can keep it going. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels Baseball is brought to you by Howard's, official superstores of Angels Baseball. Nobody beats Howard's. By your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Want more MPG? Hyundai has it. And it's now the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. And by Shakey's Pizza. What's the most home runs hit by one player in a single Major League game? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. Live here at the Big A, at the continuation of the Freeway Series, we can look back to the first meeting between these two teams with our Lexus pursuing perfection. Back on June 11th through the 13th, the Angels sweeping the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine.
They pitched particularly well there. Pinheiro with a CG did a dominant performance. The offense provided a ton of runs in that ball game too. Fuentes came in out of the bullpen for back-to-back saves to win that series 3-0. Outscored them 20-8 that 3-game series.
Joel Pinheiro getting a complete game victory. Scott Kazmir picking up his 6th win, and Jared Weaver wrapping things up on that Sunday afternoon. Today, it'll be that young man, the young Urban Santana, towing the slam for the Angels. Halos taking the field here. They roll into this one. 3.5 games back of the Texas Rangers in the American League West. The Rangers hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates in Arlington. Angels now 39-33 on the season, taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are now in 3rd place in the National League West. And with Rafi for call on bereavement, on the bereavement list, I should say, Russell Martin will lead things off, playing catcher. Andre Ethier's in right. Manny Ramirez is the DH. James Loney at left. Garrett Anderson. Pardon me, James Loney at first. Garrett Anderson in left field. Casey Blake at third base. Matt Kemp has dropped down to the 7th hole for the Dodgers. Blake DeWitt playing second base, and Jamie Carroll rounding out the starting 9 and playing shortstop, facing Urban Santana. Looking to bounce back.
Yeah, he's had a couple rough starts in a row, which he's given up 10 earned runs in 10 innings pitched. He's got to get back to that good tempo and pace on the mound. His fastball has been there. His slider hasn't been as crisp the last 2 games. Getting a few of them out over the plate, and that's where you saw those elevated pitches, and that's the reason why all those runs were scored against him. Worked down in his zone.
Let's take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense for the Angels behind Urban Santana. Rivera in left, Hunter at center, Abreu in right. In the infield, you've got Kevin Franzen, Brandon Wood, Howie Kendrick, Mike Napoli at first base, and Jeff Mathis doing the catching this evening.
Well, Mike Napoli going to get a lot of more time at first base as he's getting more and more used to that play. Of course, that ground ball in between the hole of first and second. Of course, able to pick some of the throws across the infield, too, especially with some guys that aren't in their normal position. Franzen, the third base, Brandon Wood, who was drafted as a shortstop, though, playing shortstop. So, important position for Mike Napoli to be able to go out there and get acclimated that much more.
Just his 12th start at first base this year for Mike Napoli. Doing a nice job there with Mathis doing the catching and off the disabled list. And you hear the round of applause mixed with some boos. That is Russell Martin being announced to lead things off here for the Los Angeles Dodgers, who roll in with a 38-31 record. I mentioned they're 3rd place right down the National League West. 2 games back of the San Diego Padres. The San Francisco Giants in 2nd place at the start of the day. Santana's first pitch tonight, it's a breaking ball, and it's outside. Russell Martin comes in hitting .253 with 4 home runs, 16 runs batted in. And we've seen him at times in the 2-hole for the Dodgers as he lines one past Howie Kendrick. And this game starts off with a base hit from the Dodger catcher. Russell Martin had a very good series against the Angels during their first meeting. Keeping it going here for the Dodgers is Andre Ethier, the right fielder, steps to the plate.
Well, he did a good job as far as hitting ground balls and line drives in that series against the Angels. Even though they pitched very well, Russell Martin had some good swings.
Ethier's batting average down to .318. He has scuffled since coming off the disabled list on May the 31st. Had a fractured finger in his hand. Is it just 197 during that stretch as he skies one out to right? That level for Bobby Abreu. And there's out number 1. Just a 197 in basically the month of June for Ethier. And he gets into the dugout and slams his helmet down immediately after swinging at the first pitch. And there's one out.
Well, he's upset at himself. He had a pretty good pitch to drive. Again, it's early in the game in the situation where you miss it. Just got underneath it. Of course, Manny coming up the plate. There's always lots of cheers for Manny, no matter what uniform he's put on, either the Red Sox Indians or now a Dodger uniform.
Getting a chance to DH. Dodgers coming in from Boston after taking on the Red Sox. Manny was 2 for 3 yesterday at Fenway. Santana delivers a fastball in for a strike.
It's a big inning for Irvin. He's had a couple tough times the last 2 times out as far as hitting his pitches, throwing that slider, establishing his fastball. Big part of this Dodger lineup. The first 3-4 batters in this lineup are very dangerous.
Just missed inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mentioned the last 2 starts for Irvin Santana. A scuffle for him, giving up 6 runs against the Milwaukee Brewers here at the Big A. Did that in 5 innings. The start prior to that, 4 earned runs against Oakland in 5 innings. Outside, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Ramirez. The schedule turns a little bit for the Angels now at the beginning of this 2-week homestand. 12 games all total. Dodgers and the Rockies to complete interleague play. Then the Texas Rangers a week from tonight for 3. Kansas City to follow. Ramirez lays off the breaking pitch. And it's 3 balls and a strike.
Manny's starting to swing the bat much better here. His approach is different than we've seen in the past. He'll hit the ball to center field or right center more often with the fastball as compared to before, turning on that inner half pitch.
Three-one pitch. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying into the seats, and fortunately, it goes into and out of a row of empty seats. Yep, it may have actually got somebody. And I think the person that got hit was after the gentleman yanked the bat. That followed that bat the whole way, and sure enough, it hit right in the back row behind that young lady. And I think she got drilled when the guy pulled the bat back towards him.
Well, they had some velocity going into the stands. That bat is fooled on that pitch. A slider, 3-1 slider from Irvin Santana against Manny Ramirez.
So full count now. Throw over, and Martin is back.
Be a count where you see Russell Martin going on the pitch, 3-2 with 1 out. Trusting Manny's going to be able to put the ball in play. Martin with 4 stolen bases on the season.
Martin goes. Ramirez skies one out to deep left. Rivera with a beat on it. 2 outs. Martin was backpedaling back to first base, watching Rivera throw the ball back in. 2 outs.
I still believe you got to go fastball in the inner half against Manny Ramirez. He had a pretty good swing on that slider there. You get ahead of the count, you could bounce your slider, but if it's got to be a pitch you have to throw for a strike, he's going to cover that breaking pitch.
So James Loney steps up with 2 outs, and Martin still at first base, leading off this ball game with a base hit. Loney producing at another steady pace once again at .297 batting average. 5 home runs, 45 driven home. He's got 79 hits on the year. That's 6th best in the National League. Chipped in with 22 doubles and a triple as well. Santana ahead of the count of no balls and 2 strikes, and Loney had a very good swing at a pitch. You can almost call that a hanger.
Again, Irvin's had a tough time getting on top of that slider on a consistent basis. Remember at the start of that long road trip, Ned Yost, the manager of the Royals, had said, and it was going to be a pickoff throw over here at first base, that Irvin had the best slider he's seen all year.
And from that game, from that point forward, it has not been as sharp.
Key with the slider, getting on top of that pitch, and that late snap of the wrist, it's that good break to it. I'm going to try to elevate the fastball, change eye level. Good pitch against Loney.
0-2. They chased it, found it straight back. The Angels here at the Big A, 17-15. Compared to the 22-18 record away from this great facility. The Dodgers are extremely good, as we pointed out a couple of weeks ago at Dodger Stadium. They're great at home, but 3 games under 500 out on the road at 15-18 themselves. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Joe Torre still at the helm, and possibly at the helm for the Dodgers beyond this year. All the talk going into the offseason, even at the beginning of spring training, was that this might be the last year for him, that Don Mattingly is the heir apparent, but those conversations have been tabled and have been tabled for a while. High throw, terrific athletic play by Mike Napoli to get a glove on that ball.
So the thing you got to remember with Urban, when he's throwing that throw, or even to home or to first, that sunlight is going right in his eye. When he overthrew that throw over to first base, Napoli's able to save the error there. It's right in his eye. It's difficult as a pitcher to be able to see your spot at which you deliver the baseball. You're hoping not for a comebacker, that's for sure.
2 balls, 2 strikes now. This is the 6th appearance for Ervin Santana against the Dodgers in his career. Comes in with a 2-3 mark and a 3.94 ERA. Breaking pitch in the dirt, smothered by Mathis, and we've gone from 0-2 to 3-2. And with 2 outs, Martin will be off with the pitch. Napoli might be playing behind Martin with a left-handed batter up, and sure enough, that's exactly what he's going to do.
What's the difference when Urban had won 5 games in a row and he was ahead 0-2? He was finishing off the batter. Now all of a sudden he's just trying to make the perfect pitch. When you're ahead of the count, you can make a good pitch and get the hitter out when you're ahead like that.
3-2, and that is skied towards right center. Torrey Hunter got a good jump on it. He's there. 3 fly ball outs for Ervin Santana after the leadoff single by Russell Martin. Walk half inning. In the books, no score here from Anaheim. Bottom of the first here at the Big A. Mike Scioscia and the Angels will run out this starting 9 this gorgeous evening. Howie Kendrick picking things off at second base. Kevin Branson at third. Bobby Abreu is in right field. Torrey Hunter, the cleanup man, in center. Hideki Matsui over the last 23 games with .329 batting average. He's the DH. Juan Rivera's in left. Mike Napoli at first. Jeff Mathis doing the catching. Brandon Wood at shortstop, facing the very young and very talented Clayton Kershaw.
Kershaw's got a very good fastball, 90 to 94 miles an hour. A great curveball, also slider and a changeup. 97 punch-outs in 85 innings pitched. It will spot the fastball, but try to finish you with that big 12-6 curveball.
Kershaw, unlike Urban Santana, actually coming off a couple of wins his last 2 times out. Once against the St. Louis Cardinals. The other against the Cincinnati Reds. Went 7 1/3 against the Reds. 6-2 victory as Howie fouls off the first pitch. Great play by Young Fan. He brought the glove. And Dodger fans returning the favor here at the Big A. A lot of Angels catching foul balls over the weekend at Chavez Ravine.
That's right.
Howie check swing foul. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Time the Dodger fan dropped that foul ball.
So we're all square in the foul ball tally. There's that big curveball of Clayton Kershaw. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just 22 years of age from Dallas, Texas. Kershaw's had experience against the Angels, and he has been very good. Now he grounds this one past Casey Blake into left field, and the Angels get their leadoff man on board with that base hit. Defensively, for the Dodgers behind Kershaw, Garrett Anderson, a long-time Angel in left field. Kemp in center, Ethier in right. Blake Carroll on the left side, DeWitt and Loney on the right side with Russell Martin doing the catching.
Garrett Anderson knows this left field so well here at the Big A. Get an opportunity. Manny Ramirez DHing tonight. So Garrett had that familiar spot. He's cut the ball off many times on that right field line. If it gets around that right field line, left field line, there's all kinds of problems.
There's Kevin Franzen, the third baseman. Takes the breaking ball down low after showing bunt. Kevin was 4 for 14 in that series against the Chicago Cubs over the weekend. He's got 6 runs batted in. He's got 6 doubles. All the extra base hits in an Angels uniform. Pops this one up down the right field line. Long run over for Blake DeWitt. He'll make the catch for the first out. Take a look at the Hyundai keys to the game today.
I think the key against Clayton Kershaw, because his stuff is so devastating, is see more pitches and then hit more pitches. He's a guy that will throw a lot of pitches early in the ballgame, the high pitch count, get around 100 to 110 pitches by the 6th or 7th inning. If you swing at that breaking ball in the dirt, it's going to be a long night for Angel hitters. Getting the fastball counts.
It goes without saying that he is a strikeout pitcher. 97 punch-outs coming into this one at 85 innings of work last year. 185 strikeouts. So he's certainly a guy that will rack them up. And when you do that, the pitch count tends to go up. Bobby takes a strike.
Kershaw, a guy that not particularly quick to the plate. You see he's trying to use that slide step, but there's a lot of arm motion going before the pitch is delivered. He's around 137. So you might see them try to steal some bags against a tough lefty like this.
No balls and a strike on Abreu. Fouls that one straight back. It's quickly 0-2. That one right into press row below us. Mentioned how good Kershaw has been against the Angels. A 1-0 mark, a .75 ERA. In 12 1/3 innings. Bobby chasing the breaking pitch, goes down swinging for out number 2.
You can see how tough that breaking pitch is if he's ahead of the count. Kershaw very competitive too. He's got a pretty good idea as what he wants to do on the mound also. Again, that high pitch count has been the reason why He's got 85 innings pitched and 14 starts. A little over 6 innings to start.
Torrey swinging at the first pitch, bounces it foul. He's got a 5-game hitting streak. Batting average of .293 with 12 home runs, 50 runs batted in. He's got 21 RBIs in the month of June. That's second best in the American League, while hitting .353. Howie with a pretty short lead at first. And Torrey went around, says Bill Welke, the home plate umpire.
Kershaw throwing a slider. Honda Exmo will show that back cross the plate area for definitely was a swing.
Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Just underway here at the Big A. Both teams getting leadoff singles. Santana getting 3 fly ball outs to get out of the top of the first. Kershaw gets Hunter to swing and miss. He gets a couple of strikeouts. So both guys giving up those leadoff singles and nothing more. 1 in the books, and we are scoreless. Introducing the Hawaiian Teriyaki Chicken Sandwich with grilled pineapple and teriyaki sauce. New at Carl's Jr. Garrett Anderson leads things off here for the Dodgers in the top of the second inning. Gets a nice round of applause from the Angels faithful. Angel fans that were in attendance toward the end of spring training with the Dodgers were here. Cub Scout group.
Saying hi to Victor.
Well, I've been working on that mentoring program for years, Gooby.
He's visiting. He's visiting.
But I'll say hi, Victor.
One. Garrett takes down low. But it's called a strike. Went around. It's 1-2. Garrett hitting 196 on the year, but he's turned things around in the month of June. He's played in 14 games. And in that stretch, he's hit 298. This one off the end of the bat. Irvin's got it for an underhand flip, and there is out number 1. Garrett, of course, spending last year with the Atlanta Braves. 268 there. 13 home runs. Makes the first out to start the second.
That was a good approach, too, by Irvin. The fact is he got Garrett to swing at that pitch in the dirt, come right back with another slider, and he got a routine ground ball back at him. You got to see what the hitter looks like on certain pitches. If he's late on a fastball, you got to stay with the fastball. You don't want to speed his bat up. If you got a guy swinging at a breaking pitch in the dirt, stay with that pitch.
Casey Blake at 264 with 7 bombs and 28 RBIs. Those are the type of swings you're looking for right there. Those half-hearted swings.
Well, when you see somebody just guessing up there, looking for a certain pitch, and you have that check swing, it means you're in his mind. Unless you throw a fastball right down the middle after that.
You are no longer in his mind.
No. If he executed that pitch in the inner half, he had him easily, but that ball was right down the middle of the plate. Got away with it, though.
Yeah, be sure to check out that new movie, Night and Day, with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. As Blake goes down swinging for out number 2. Be hard-pressed to believe that Tom Cruise is as good in this movie as he was in Jerry Maguire.
What about risky business? Mission Impossible.
This is true. I think Jerry Maguire is the threshold. I think I'm going to rush out and see it tomorrow night. Probably starts at midnight, I would assume.
You going to invite me?
Come on, let's go.
All right.
I'll buy you a pretzel with some mustard. I know you're a big fan.
I'm there.
Strikeout of Blake to first for Irvin Santana. Matt Kemp, a 258 batting average. 181 in the month of June. This is a guy that perennially has batted in the middle part of the Dodgers order, now in the 7 hole. Breaking pitch gets away from Santana. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
He's always been a guy identified as a really good fastball hitter, certainly in fastball counts, which he is in right now. If you get ahead of him, and from a right-handed pitcher who has a good slider, span the zone. Give him a swing and miss often.
Well, he saw a boatload of breaking pitches in that series at Dodger Stadium. There's another one. It's 2-1 now. This guy is Silver Slugger Award winner last year. Hitting .297 with 26 home runs and 101 driven homes. He's late on the fastball. It's almost as if right now he's in between. He's not sure what he wants to sit on.
He was guessing slider there also, and then a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, swing and miss. Now he's got to be thinking, okay, is he going to come back in with a fastball inside or a slider? Slider away here.
2-2, got him looking. Down goes Kemp. A couple of strikeouts for Irvin Santana. It's the middle of the second with no score here at the Big A. It'll be Matsui, Rivera, and Napoli to face Clayton Kershaw. Had a couple of strikeouts in the first after giving up that base hit to Howie Kendrick. Hideki, a 266 average after the 3-for-7 weekend in Chicago. 9 home runs and 40 runs batted in. As we talked about in the pregame show, one of the guys that has swung the bat well in the month of June, along with Torrey and Howie, getting back on track.
Kershaw pretty tough against lefties. Lefties only hit 188 against him with 2 home runs allowed. You want to get yourself definitely in a fastball count, and Matsui's going to have to go the other way with that fastball.
He stays away, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. He went around on the high fastball. You talked about changing eye levels. That's pretty good right there. Take a look at our FoxSportsWest.com poll question this evening. Which Angels player is the most deserving of an all-star selection? Torrey, Hideki, Bobby, Howie, or Jared Weaver? Now keep in mind the 4 position players can be voted on by the fans and will be and have been. Pitchers are the selections of the manager along with Major League Baseball.
You look at Torrey Hunter's numbers. There's 50 RBIs, 12 home runs. He deserves to be in there. I mean, he deserves to be a starting player in the All-Star game. And, of course, Weaver, in my opinion, should be in there anyhow, regardless of his record. It's good, but it could be a lot better if some leads were held.
If you had to pick just one guy off that list, though, because if you're a fan and you're logging on to FoxSportsWest.com, as you should be right now, which guy would you be picking?
Torrey Hunter.
Juan Rivera getting a hold of this one out to left center field, but Kemp is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Because I think Torrey can make more of an impact in the All-Star game. A couple at bats, possibly win home field advantage for the American League in the World Series. So this year it counts.
Oh, this year it counts. Unlike previous years?
Every year, but this year it counts.
Oh, this year?
Yes.
Oh. Well, then why did you say so?
I will
tune in. And it counts for
home field advantage.
That's right. Mike Napoli takes a strike from Clayton Kershaw, who's 3 punch-outs now. Napoli is scuffling a little bit in the month of June after a terrific May. With 322 in May, just 216 here in June. Lays off the breaking pitch, evens the count. 2 for 12 in that series against Chicago, and his batting average down to 251. Still with 11 home runs and 27 driven home. Fouls this one off the mask of Martin over the backstop and into the seats. And baseball's biggest stars go head-to-head for one spectacular night in the summer's biggest event. As Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2010 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 13th, live from Anaheim at 5 p.m. Pacific only on Fox. It is Scooby just enlightened me. It actually counts.
Well, there should be a dislike anyhow if you're an American League player against the National League. And it counts for home field advantage in the World Series.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I love breaking scoops for you, Victor.
Wow. Mesmerized. I'm taken aback. Flustered, if you will. This one down a right field line is foul. Kershaw running up a new baseball. Still has a 2 ball, 2 strike count on Napoli.
So he's turned around his last 8 starts. ERA under 2.
Napoli hard hit to the right side. Terrific play by Blake to win.
Napoli is retired for out number 3. Kershaw 1-2-3 inning. We are through 2 with no score. How often in Major League Baseball do you see this? A guy makes a terrific play to end an inning, and lo and behold, he leads things off the next inning.
That was an amazing play. That ball was hit like a rocket. That ball was in the outfield grass when he caught it. The presence of mind to make a strong throw from his knees.
DeWitt, Carroll, and Martin. That's 8, 9, and 1 for the Dodgers. Scoreless here in the top of the third. DeWitt enjoying interleague play, 6 for 18 this year in interleague play. The Dodgers, on the other hand, not enjoying interleague play. They are 2-7.
It's kind of surprising when you look at their lineup that they would be 2-7 in interleague play. They have probably the most dangerous lineup of all National League clubs.
Napoli's got it for out number 1. Hey, Angel fans, on Thursday, July 1st, all fans in attendance will receive a free 2010 All-Star t-shirt courtesy of Gillette. The shirt features the logos of 2 previous All-Star games hosted by the Angels. Don't miss out on this stadium exclusive shirt. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com. Well, you would think that shirt on the back says this time it counts.
Well, if it didn't, it will.
They're going to take the shirts right now and go print that up.
Yes. Look at a few more days.
Good looking shirt.
Like that 1989 All-Star game.
It's off the end of the bat, and that's fouled. Special moment for you, isn't it?
No question. Vin Scully was calling that game with former President Ronald Reagan. He's going doing some color. Of course, Tom Seaver, Bo Jackson hit that home run. He's been right next to us. We talked about it. Remember we talked about it at Dodger Stadium about that? He had such a good time with President Reagan there, talking and doing some stuff for that All-Star game.
Jamie Carroll on an 0-2 pitch, serves it out to center field. He's got a 1-out base hit. Second hit picked up by the Dodgers. And the guy who got the first one, Russell Martin, is stepping up at the plate now.
You got to believe at some point in this at bat here for Russell Martin, who handles his bat very well for a catcher as far as putting the ball in play, and Carroll runs pretty well. There's going to be some kind of action.
Santana missing down low. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
base stealer has been pretty successful against Irvin on the hill. 16 stolen bases, only 2 caught stealing so far. So the Dodgers may be more apt, be more aggressive with Irvin on the mound.
Martin suffered a groin injury in spring training, stealing a base. As Carroll goes, the pitch is down low. The throw down from Mathis sails into center field. Carroll heading to third. He is in there safely. Mathis with the error.
Well, again, Dodgers going to be aggressive. It's a tough pitch to throw someone out. A breaking pitch, too. Ball had sink action on the quick catch and throw for Jeff Mathis behind the plate. And Irvin fairly deliberate as far as release times. Infield now in for the Angels.
Duo in the dirt. Nice block by Mathis. He's got Andre Ethier on deck. Manny Ramirez to follow after that if we get that far.
An unusual pitch, a 3-0 slider to Russell Martin, especially when you get Ethier. Although Ethier has been struggling since coming back from a hand injury. A guy that doesn't hit into many double plays, just 3 double plays this season. More of a fly ball hitter.
I was just going to say, he's a guy that likes to lift the ball. And if the intention was, after falling behind Martin and the error allowing Carroll to get to third base, was to pitch around Russell Martin to set this up, then you better be pitching to that defense, trying to get that ground ball, get that double play, and get you out of it. Ethier takes down low. He's 0 for 1, hitting the first pitch he saw in the first inning. Out to right field where Bobby Abreu tracked it down, shy of the track. That pitch was up a little bit, fouled straight back to even the count.
The thing you hope that Irvin has in Ethier's mind right now, he was upset at himself for making that out on that pitch he could have drove earlier. Maybe he's going to try to be overly aggressive and get a fastball in the outer half and roll it over, hit it to Howie Kendrick for a double play ball. That's a pretty good swing he had. 2 good swings so far against Irvin.
Two balls and a strike. Mentioned Ethier, third in the National League in batting average, second in slugging percentage at .582. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. You see the frustration in the body language of Ethier on pitches prior to his stint on the disabled list. He was driving all over the ballpark.
This is a time after a swing like that, if you can go fastball again, but this time you go up and in, you might be able to get him out. You got to go in there with conviction with a couple swings he's had already in this at bat. He's going to try a slider.
2-2, and that's grounded past Franz and into left field. Carroll will score, and the Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Not a real good break it pitch, a hanger. He had some good swings against Irvin. Howard's pitch by pitch here. Fastball inside. Another fastball right down the middle. Just missed that one. Slider down and in. Fastball right down the heart again. You see that backup slider. The only thing you can hope for when you throw that pitch that you hit it at an infielder, but that time it was in the hole between short and third.
Ethier picking up his 44th RBI of the year. Russell Martin at second, Ethier at first. Manny lifted a fly ball to left field the first inning. He is 0 for 1 as he's on that fastball. There's no balls and a strike. The Dodgers today have taken some incredibly aggressive hacks against Santana's fastball.
Well, Urban has missed location on a number of his pitches. That fastball was supposed to be down and in, the spot where Manny does not really hit the ball that well down and in, but that ball is right down the heart of the plate. And you got to stay within your mechanics. Trust your arm slot. You're going to get your spot with your pitch.
Missed outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. One and two. Outfield alignment is interesting with Manny Ramirez at the plate. Torrey Hunter somewhat shallow and towards right center field. Bobby somewhat shallow and right. Huge alley in left center.
That's where Manny's been doing most of his damage of late. Center to right center. Inside out swing.
Time is called.
And we saw that pitch before. Manny doing a pretty good job of runners in scoring position. 340. Fastball up and in. Good location that last one. Manny might have swung hard at it, but he wasn't catching up there. That's a good spot to stay on Manny. Inside with the fastball.
Check swing. Did he go around? No. So says Mike DeMuro, the first base umpire.
Well, I'd like to see that one again. Well, it looked like it was a perfectly located fastball. It's pretty amazing Manny was able to stop the swing there. I think that was the right call.
Count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. He went around on that pitch. Good slider down and away. Down goes Ramirez, and there's out number 2. Third strikeout of the night for Urban Santana.
Well, that's a nasty slider. Stayed on top of that pitch. Sharp break.
Loney skied one to Torrey Hunter the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Got a couple of guys on base with 2 outs. Here's that first pitch. He's down and in. Urban really missing that location as you talked about. Martin getting a pretty good lead at second base as Loney delivers it into center. Torrey comes charging in. Martin's being waved around. The throw goes to third base. Ethier falls down. And because of throwing all the way to Franzen, Ethier's able to scamper back to the bag at second. The Dodgers have a 2-0 lead.
James Loney continues to have some good swings against Angel pitching. Torrey charged that very well. Realized he didn't have a shot at home, making that throw in the third. Ethier was able to stop in the middle of his tracks and go back to second base. If they had cut that ball off and threw back to second right away, they might have been able to tag him before Martin scored. It's all about communication and be able to have that perception of what's going on around you in the field.
Garrett cued one off the end of the bat back to Santana at his first AB, so he's 0 for 1. Skies went down the right field line. Long run over for Abreu, but it lands in the seats. So Irvin ahead of the count at 0-2. RBI single by Andre Ethier with 2 strikes. RBI single by James Loney to give the Dodgers a 2-0 lead here in the third. 25 pitches thrown by Irvin Santana here in this third inning. Anderson fouled that pitch. The count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Weird to see Garrett wearing the single-digit number 9. Busting out the 16 for so long here in an Angels uniform.
All-time leader in so many categories for the Angels.
And as I'm sure you did for many years that you played the big leagues, you saw guys that you came up with. I look down at Garrett, look at him in that left-handed batter's box, the same kid now that he was at 17 years of age when he first signed that contract back in 1990. Same approach, same mannerism, nothing has changed.
I remember we were teammates in '97 with the Angels. You know, Bob Carew was the hitting coach at that point. He was saying, hey, everyone worries about, is he ever going to develop power? He said, it doesn't matter as long as he drives in runs. And he was a guy every year you could pencil in 85 to 95 RBI, hit about 300, get you 30, 40 doubles. So his career numbers are 296. And again, RBIs, nearly 1,300 RBIs as a member of the Angels.
2,368 hits also tops on this Angels list. One ball, 2 strikes. Garrett keeping his at-bat alive.
Tell you what, though, that's a slider is a pretty dangerous pitch right now to Garrett unless you bounce it, because he's tracking that slider pretty good right now. So if it's in the strike zone, he's going to hit this ball hard. I'm going to try to sneak a fastball up on him.
Ethier at second, Loney at first. Garrett asking for time. Got him looking on the fastball on the inside part of the plate. There's out number 3, but the Dodgers strike first to get a couple of runs as we head to the bottom of the third. Dodgers up 2-0. Angels dropping one of the Dodgers 4-3. Todd Zeile with the walk-off home run. Off the closer, Troy Percival. Clayton Kershaw to face Jeff Mathis, Brandon Wood, and Howie Kendrick. 8-9-1 for the Angels here in the third. And be sure to visit farmers.com today to hear more true stories from Farmers customers and to find a SoCal agent near you.
Well, it seems to be the approach of the Angel hitters. That first pitch, they're assuming it's going to be a fastball. They're up there hacking at that fastball early on.
Lay off the breaking ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeff 2 for 8 in that series against the Chicago Cubs. That's in that 12-game hitting streak, still ongoing. Batting average at .310. Just swings and drills one to right, but Ethier is right there. There's out number 1. That's why you saw the Angels playing their infield in because of Clayton Kershaw and his ability to limit the Angels' offense, knowing that it's going to be a tight ball game.
Exactly. His fastball is very good, but it's not overpowering. But if he gets ahead with that fastball, very difficult to catch up with that slider or curveball in particular when he's ahead of the count.
Brandon hitting 171 with a couple of home runs. And Hole at 0-2.
A pretty good pitch to hit for Brandon there. Fastball, inner half, fouled it straight back. Now he's looking at a situation where the curveball is probably going to be the approach for Kershaw here. Now they're going fastball elevated.
There's out number 2. Strikeout number 4 now for Clayton Kershaw. Take a look at the U.S. Marines leaders of the game. Howie Kendrick, the last 25 games, a .311 average, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs, 4th most in Major League Baseball. Howie had a base hit to left field in the first inning, so he's 1 for 1. The only knock and only base runner for the Angels in this game. That'll even the count. And 1 ball, 1 strike.
With these pitchers, both Ervin Santana and Kershaw, with great breaking pitches, you're going to see a lot of appeals to both the third base and first base umpires on check swings throughout this game. 5 or 6 already appeals down to the umpires.
Kershaw's thrown 33 pitches, 24 strikes, 9 balls. Howie out to right. The Angels go down in order here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The shutdown inning by Clayton Kershaw has the Dodgers up 2-0. winning AT&T trivia question. Jeff Mathis has hit into 12 straight games to start the season. Who owns the Angels' all-time hit streak record?
Somebody just guessed Garrett Anderson.
That would make sense considering he's in the house. Blake Kemp and DeWitt here against Irvin Santana. Casey Blake, a strikeout victim in the second. One of 4 strikeouts for Irvin, but gave up the 2 runs on 3 hits in the third inning. Dodgers with a couple of runs on 4 hits. They've stranded 3. The Angels have managed 1 base runner. That was that base hit by Kendrick in the bottom of the first. Blake calling time after it appeared to be Irvin Santana starting his windup. The breaking ball got him looking. So call time or not, it doesn't matter. Blake goes down for the second time in this one. Hey fans, come out to the Angels game this Saturday, June 26th. All kids 2 to 18 will receive a free Peanuts 60th anniversary Snoopy bobblehead courtesy of Knott's Berry Farm, Camp Snoopy. Purchase your tickets at angelsbaseball.com. Matt Kemp struck out looking in the second inning, chasing that high fastball.
Well, he's up there guessing.
Yeah.
You could tell. That was a fastball, not overpowering at 92. That's one thing about Irvin so far today. His best fastball somewhere at 92, 93. Not the usual 94 to 96 range, at least it's early in the game so far. High one so far, 93. So on a slow curveball at 77.
1-2 now.
And now you got Matt Kemp thinking, is he going to back in with a fastball inside on me, or he's going to try to throw that slider? More likely Irvin's going to throw a slider. Shook him off. Wants a fastball inside.
Tied him up, and it's fouled off to the right. And more times than not, when you get a hitter that backs out of the plate, head down, with 1 foot in the box and taking his time bringing that second foot in, the wheels are churning upstairs.
What I'm saying is, if you're a hitter, just like a pitcher, you just got to react. This the old saying, see the baseball, hit the baseball. If you try to think too much, you're going to get yourself out because you don't have that much time to react. Fastball inside again.
Great crowd on hand on a beautiful night. A lot of Dodger fans in attendance among the sea of red. That one's out toward right center field. That was hit pretty good. Torrey had it back, and that was gone. That was on a hanging breaking ball. Matt Kemp, a solo home run, his 12th of the year. It is 3-0 Dodgers.
Well, sped up his bat there with that hanging slider out over the plate. With the guy up there guessing. Howard's Exmo. We see how that pitch is hung over the middle part of the plate. And that was a good swing, though, by Matt Kemp. Made a good adjustment on that breaking pitch because it was up enough where he could make that adjustment. Down and away off the plate, he's out.
So almost you outthink yourself as opposed to paying attention to what the swings were in the previous couple of pitches. You go to that breaking pitch. Sure, he's fouled off a couple of pitches to the right, but big deal.
He was late
on him.
And if you're throwing a slider, you got to think in your minds, I don't even want it anywhere near the strike zone. Start it off the outside part of the plate and have it about a foot off the plate.
DeWitt lining on the right field on a fastball on a 1-2 pitch, thinking about going to second. And DeWitt is in there with a double. Mike Butcher hustling out there to talk things over with Santana, but right off the bat, DeWitt was thinking about that extra base.
And that's the proper approach you're supposed to take as a hitter. You hit a ball well like that, it's going to be in the gap. It's going to take a perfect throw to be able to get you at second. Be aggressive, and that's what DeWitt was there, getting into scoring position on that double.
Well, 6 hits for the Dodgers here. I mean, after getting Casey Blake looking very easy as far as the approach for Urban Santana to start this 4th inning, then getting ahead of Matt Kemp, making him look foolish on a couple of breaking pitches, with fastballs, I should say. Hung the breaking pitch, home run, gets ahead of DeWitt, double. He's not finishing anybody off right now, especially when he needs to.
It's missing location on a number of pitches.
Jamie Carroll had a single in his first at bat, so he's 1 for 1. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. Carroll scoring that first run on the base hit by Ethier in the 3rd inning. Skies this one to shallow left. Rivera can't find it. Now he does and makes the catch. 2 outs.
He said high enough that Juan was to be able to find it in the sky there to be able to, if you can't allow that ball to fall in, especially the way Kershaw's pitching right now. You can't afford to give up any more runs if you're Urban Santana and the Angels.
So DeWitt still at second. Here's Russell Martin with 2 outs. He has singled and walked, scored a run. Taking a big hat, comes up empty. And it is 0-1. Dodgers scoring twice in the 3rd, once in the 4th. They did 3-0 here in the 4th inning. And the way Clayton Kershaw has pitched thus far may just be enough. As Martin puts one out towards right center field, Torrey Hunter drifting to his left, makes a catch. There's out number 3. The Dodgers tack one on the home run by Matt Kemp. Middle of 4th. 3-0 Dodgers.
Oh, Garrett Anderson got him.
28 games between June 28th, July 31st of 1998. A chance. You're a toolbox.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Well, I knew it was Garrett, but I figured I'd throw in a Dean chance to take a chance.
You knew it was Garrett. Oh, man. To know you is to, I guess, appreciate you.
He's trying to get a rally going for the Angels right now.
Franzen, Abreu, and Hunter here against Clayton Kershaw. Franzen popped out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit for the 22-year-old left-hander from Dallas, Texas. Former first-round pick, 7th overall in 2006. He's fallen behind at 2 balls and no strikes.
And the thing you always got to remember with Kershaw, though, as good as he is, there's a times where he loses his mechanics and starts walking people. He's got 45 walks in 85 innings coming into this game tonight. He gets locked in, though. He's very difficult to hit.
A very good season last year, 8-8 with a 2.79 ERA. Falls behind at 3 balls and a strike. His turnaround, perhaps last year, coming on June 10th. And a start against the San Diego Padres. As Franzen draws the first walk by Clayton Kershaw. And log on to FoxSportsWest.com. Jose Mota will answer all of your questions, plus all the information you want to know about the Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels. All happens at FoxSportsWest.com. As Abreu steps up. As I was saying about that June 10th start against the Padres, that was a start in which Kershaw gave up 3 runs early. And after 2 2/3, after giving up a run with the pitcher Kevin Correa up, fell behind on him. Joe Torre took him out of the game in the 3rd inning. For a young pitcher, 21 years of age, it certainly struck a nerve with him because that was his high water mark as far as ERA at that point. It was 4.50. And he ended up with a 2.79 mark. Just got on a roll. And you know what? You learn your lessons and you learn them the hard way.
Sometimes when you're a young pitcher, you hear all the accolades that you're the next Sandy Koufax coming through the Dodger organization. All of a sudden you have some success, and then you forget how to throw strikes. And Joe Torre has seen a lot of great players, whether it be a position player or pitchers. And I like what he did in that spot. He made him grow up from that point forward because he realizes he's not going to baby him anymore.
Bobby fouling now and off, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Same goes with Rick Honeycutt, pitching coach of the Dodgers. You treat talent such as Kershaw, especially at such a young age, getting to the big leagues with kid gloves. Heard so much about the Java rules, now the Phil Hughes rules as far as innings pitched. But the only way to learn is by getting the experience out on the mound at the big league level. As Abreu takes high, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
What I'm saying is anybody can do well, whether they're hitting or pitching, when they're seeing the baseball or throwing the ball well. It's when you have adversity, you make the adjustments. You become more aggressive. You have more confidence to be able to go out there and do your job. And, of course, you need to be every once in a while pushed by your pitching coach or your manager in those situations.
I mean, a situation like that would reek of, and I don't know this to be fact, but it would reek of someone not following the plan going into the game. This is the plan. This is what you need to do to execute, and you should be all right. For someone to take the hook out so quickly on such a young, talented pitcher. But it worked, or it has worked anyways for the Dodgers. 2-2 upstairs, full count.
When we talk about Kershaw coming out of his mechanics at times, this could be the opportunity for the Angels. They're not going to get many chances against Kershaw. His stuff's too good. If he makes mistakes now, like he walked that leadoff hitter, now 3-2 count to Bobby Abreu, it's their chance.
Throw over. Kevin's back easily.
See those numbers, 7 shutout innings. The Angels here.
In tight, that's back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the fourth inning. So a couple on with nobody out. And Torrey Hunter coming up.
Well, he did a slide step there. That's an unusual pitch for me in that spot. 3-2 count. Granted, you got to think in the lines of maybe running, but so what? You're going to go out and try to get the batter. You're up 3-0. Sped up his delivery. Mechanics went out. You see the elbow dropping. Elevated fastball.
So Clayton Kershaw, who had not had one 3-ball count coming into the fourth inning, walks the first two men, Franzen and Abreu. Torrey, a strikeout victim in the first.
A lot of times you do that, then you're not quite sure what you're going to throw. Well, if he throws a fastball right now, Torrey's got to be looking fastball middle in. This game could be tied with one swing.
On the inside corner. And it's no balls and a strike. Breaking ball is cued off the end of the bat. Torrey tried to wait as much as possible. He's in the hole at 0-2.
Well, when you look at Kershaw out of the stretch position, the way he has his glove out, you wonder whether to be some base runners out there be able to relay it or not. It's almost as if you can tell what pitch Kershaw is going to throw out of the stretch position as compared to the full windup. The glove wide open. The wrist is turned on the breaking pitch as compared to the fastball. You can see right there, you might be able to pick that up. Whatever advantage you can get against a guy like Kershaw, you got to take advantage of it.
Franzen leading off at second, Abreu at first. A 1-ball, 2-strike count here on Torrey.
You can see right there the wrist and hand.
Fouls that one back.
Take a look right here on our replay of this one. Our X-Men, you see where the pitch was. He's drug his arm through that zone up with the fastball, and Torrey just fouled that one straight back. A mistake pitch by Kershaw.
Broken bat, little one hopper over to second. The Dodgers going to take 2 on it. Franzen advances to third.
Way a breaking pitch, a slider, a jam. That was a nice play though by a flip by DeCaro over to DeWitt to be able to turn a 6-4-3 double play. A huge ground ball by Kershaw there in that spot after 2 walks to start the inning.
So it's up to Hideki, trying to get the Angels on the board down 3-0. He struck out swinging on a fastball in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Takes down low. Matsui this year against left-handed pitching, a .212 batting average at the start of the day. As he skies one out to shallow left. Jamie Carroll, the shortstop, is under it. And the Angels, who had 2 walks to start the inning, cannot cash him in. Through 4. Dodgers up 3-0. Andre Ethier leads things off for the Dodgers here in the fifth. 3-0. Dodgers. Ethier, Ramirez, Loney. Disturbing Santana was 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Ethier hooks one down into the right field corner. That's going for extra bases. 7th hit of the night for the Dodgers. And right off the bat here in the 5th inning, they've got their leadoff man in scoring position for Manny Ramirez. Ethier a 2 for 3 night already with a single, a double, now an RBI.
Well, that was supposed to be on the outer half of the plate. You have to go at this game. 4+ innings for Ervin Santana. Mislocation a lot.
Ramirez skying one, a shallow right. Howie going out, Bobby coming in. It's Abreu with the call. He'll make the catch. Ethier stays at second base. There's out number 1. A big out here in the 5th inning as we take a look at our Jaguar game recap. Matt Kemp delivering a solo home run the opposite way in the 4th inning to make it 3-0, and it's all that Kershaw has needed. Picking up his 4th strikeout there against Brandy Wood in the 3rd inning. Gave up the back-to-back walks to Franzen and Abreu, but double play hit into by Torre, and then the pop-up by Matsui. A goose egg on the board for the Angels in the 4th. There's James Loney. He had an RBI single in the 3rd. Picking up his 46th run batted in.
And Kershaw made a very good pitch to Torrey Hunter to get that double play, 6-4-3. Particularly after doing a slide step against Bobby Abreu to walk him, 3-2 pitch. And a good one to Torrey.
He's fallen behind at 2 balls and no strikes. I mentioned coming into this game, the Angels 3.5 back of the Texas Rangers. The Rangers playing their part of the interleague schedule, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates today, and they beat them 6-3. Rangers now with their 9th consecutive victory.
That is the complaint about some clubs in interleague play. There's sometimes unfair balance as far as schedule. When you think about the Angels have to play the Dodgers 2 series as compared to the Rangers playing the Astros. Though the Astros generally are a pretty good ball club, they're struggling this season. The Dodgers, one of the premier teams in baseball, and the Angels have to play them 6 times.
Loney draws the walk here. Puts a couple of men on here for Garrett Anderson. It seems like every inning Ervin Santana's facing the same guys.
I thought we were just talking about Garrett Anderson a second ago, and he's back up again.
He struck out looking in the 3rd and grounded out into 2nd. So 0 for 2 night this far. Similar situation to that of the 3rd inning when Garrett punched out. Snap throw to first base, and Napoli coming in behind Loney is able to nab it, but no play. One ball, 1 strike. Garrett, of course, out of Kennedy High School in Granada Hills.
He's starting to track that slider pretty good. It's going to be a dangerous pitch.
It's 2 balls and a strike. Didn't miss by much. Right on the line. And he drills one out toward right center field. Torrey giving chase, and he'll track it down for out number 2. Good job off the bat by Torrey Hunter.
It's that first step. If you don't have that quick first step, no chance of that baseball hit by Garrett Anderson there. 9-time Gold Glover. The reaction, thought for sure that was a gapper. Right away, first step, going back, tracks it down, makes it look easy. He's played some solid defense once again this season. Coming back from that surgery he had during the offseason, showing no signs of slowing down.
Casey Blake takes outside. Twice has struck out. One swinging, one looking. He's got Ether at second, Loney at first. Dodgers up 3-0 here in the fifth. Tomorrow night, 7:05 start. John Eli is scheduled to pitch against Yoel Pinheiro. Then Thursday, also a 7:05 start. A to be determined to face Scott Kazmir. There's John Eli. As Blake skies one to right. Bobby squeezes it. He's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning here at the Big A. Angels trailing at 3-0. Bottom of the fifth inning here at the Big A. Dodgers up by the score of 3-0. A lot of Angel fans, of course, in attendance here at home, but also a good presence of Dodger fans sprinkled throughout this gorgeous facility. I also want to say happy birthday to Paul Hatfield of Van Nuys, an Angel fan since the 70s. Came here to the Big A to see Nolan Ryan, Dean Chance, and many more.
Why would you not come to see Dean Chance?
Happy birthday, Senor Hatfield. Juan Rivera to lead things off here for the Angels. Rivera, Napoli, and Mathis. Bottom of the fifth. Kershaw, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Why wouldn't you? Find right. Rivera hooking that one foul. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Juan hit a fly ball to center. The second inning, so he's 0 for 1. Ethier coming in on that fly ball. There's out number 1. Hey, folks, join the Angels and Trader Joe's for the annual canned food drive at Angel Stadium this Friday, June 25th through the 27th. All fans that donate get a special Angels team photo, and if you donate 10 items or more, you could win autographed Angel items as well as Trader Joe's gift cards. Proceeds benefit the Second Harvest Food Bank of Orange County. Visit angelsbaseball.com for more information. First ball swinging is Mike Napoli. Nice play by J.D. Carroll. He is retired just like that. 2 very quick outs here in the fifth.
Boy, Napoli's hit the ball hard both times. Jimmy Carroll, nice play now. DeWitt the last time. Nothing to show for with a couple good swings. Well, after a tough inning for Kershaw last inning, which he walked a couple batters, now a quick one so far. Can't let him get on a roll. If Matthews would maybe get a gapper here, get a double, get in scoring position.
Jeff takes a strike on a fastball. Hit a fly ball to Ethier in the third inning, pardon me. So an 0 for 1 night this far. Got 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Rockies, who are without Troy Tulowitzki for 6 to 8 weeks. And then good riddance to interleague play. Texas Rangers in for 3. 3 against the Kansas City Royals.
It's going to be a fun series when the Rangers come into town.
Oh, 4 weeks from tonight. That's 3 weeks, isn't it? All-Star break.
That's right. Right around the corner.
Yeah, 3 weeks from tonight we'll be here. Well, many will be here at the Big A for the All-Star game. Full count. Yeah, the Angels after this 2-game homestand go out on the road for 4 in Chicago, 3 in Oakland, and it's All-Star time, mid-July. (3-2). This one's out towards left center field. Hit pretty good. Kemp has got a beat on it. Makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Kershaw. We are through 5 here at the Big A. Dodgers out by the score of 3-0.
It's Bobby Ray who starts in the inner half, ends up on the outside corner in the dirt. That was our Coors Light 3 scan brought to you by Frost Brewed. Coors Light.
5 innings, 4 punch outs, 2 walks, 1 hit allowed. First inning, base hit by Howie Kendrick. That is it. Kemp, DeWitt, and Carroll, 7, 8, 9. The Dodgers here in the 6th inning. A strikeout and a home run for Matt Kemp, so 1 for 2 night. 12th of the year, 38th RBI. He has struggled in the month of June. A 181 average in June, 176 in interleague. Dodgers have these 3 against the Angels, and then 3 against the New York Yankees. This one's fouled back. It's just below us.
Whoa, Victor, you almost had to make a play.
That one actually I heard some static. That may have hit the audio.
Yes, it did.
Let's see, who wants the baseball?
That ball got up here in a hurry, Victor. Whoa.
Did you hear the scrambling in the headset?
Yeah, that got loud quick.
Where did that hit, though?
Right in front of right there, a little camera we have up here.
As long as it didn't mess with the soda or the water.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
But you were quick.
I was trying, man. Kemp out to right. There's out number one. Hey, come out to the AM 830 Charity Cooking Challenge at the ESPN Zone at Downtown Disney Wednesday, June 30th. Scheduled to appear Joe Saunders, Kevin Jepsen, Kevin Franzen, and more. The cook-off starts at 10 a.m. and tickets include lunch and autographs. Seats are limited and going fast. Visit am830.net to purchase your tickets today. This one is skied. On the first base side, Mathis is there. 2 outs. It's good do for a Dodger fan.
That's what our hair looked like after that foul ball coming up here almost getting us.
Yeah, right. One thing is for certain, our boy Norm was not going to get hit.
No, we were going to protect him at all costs.
Jamie Carroll, a fly ball to left the last time up. Singleton scored his first plate appearance. It's 0-2. This one fouled off to the right. Santana now at 100 pitches, 64 for strikes. Another 0-2. This one's grounded at third. Franzen has got it. 1-2-3 inning. Second time that Santana has done that in this game. Kershaw, the Dodgers up 3-0. Visit at AT&T.com or call 1-800-PICK-AT&T for details. And by your Southern California Ford dealers, where you'll find the new Transit Connect. Check it out at scforddealers.com. Dodgers up 3-0. We start the bottom of the 6th here at the Big A. One hit for the Angels. A Howie Kendrick first inning single. See if Brandon Wood, Howie, and Kevin Franzen can get things going here against Clayton Kershaw. At a 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. Brandon a strikeout victim his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Getting to start at shortstop once again. And Kershaw, as we play here in the 6th inning, has thrown 65 pitches, 42 for strikes. It's 2 balls and a strike. He has retired the side in order 3 times in this one. And even when he did walk the first 2 guys in the 4th inning, got out of it rather easily. The double play ball and then the pop-up. He's fallen behind at 3-1.
Here's your opportunity again to talk about mechanics with Kershaw. At times he gets out, he rushes a little bit too quick to the plate and elevates that fastball.
Lays off that one. There's a leadoff walk. 3rd issue by Kershaw to go with the 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the order and Howie Kendrick. Howie takes inside. Kershaw coming off 2 starts in which he issued 1 walk each. Prior to that, he had a 5-walk game to go with 8 strikeouts against the Atlanta Braves and a no decision. Howie 1 for 2 with a base hit and a fly ball to right. 2 balls and no strikes. Russell Martin's going to go out and pay a visit. Rick Honeycutt looks on. 6 straight balls for Clayton Kershaw.
And Russell Martin, no doubt, is going out to Kershaw and say, hey, don't worry about the base runner. Let's get back to your mechanics. Don't try to be too quick to the plate. Let's get a strike rate here. Well, I got to believe that Howie's going to be taking a pitch, possibly even 2 pitches here, if need be, to need base runners.
Three and 1. Got Franzen on deck, Abreu to follow. The Angels have had 1 guy reach 3rd base tonight. As Howie bounces this one foul. That was Franzen in the 4th inning. Advancing to 3rd base on the double play hit into by Torrey.
A 3-2 count. See if Kershaw goes to that slide step again like he did with Bobby Abreu at the plate after a leadoff walk.
3-2 bouncer back up the middle. There's a base hit. Wood will stay at 2nd base. Multi-hit game here for Howell. The Angels have 1st and 2nd now with nobody out. Kevin Franzen coming up as we go back to our Hyundai keys of the game.
See more pitches, hit more pitches. That's an opportunity. 3-2 count. Got the fastball. Good approach by Howie Kendrick. Maybe now they feel more comfortable at the plate. And a very good opportunity to be able to get a run across here. Franzen very good as far as hitting the other way. The fastball, go the other way, get a base hit. Maybe score a run, go 1st to 3rd.
Kevin's 0 for 1 with a pop-up and a walk. Outfield pretty much straight away against Franzen. He'll sky one out towards left center field. Tampa's back. Wood and Kendrick perhaps tagging. And they stop. Howie Kendrick was halfway between first and second. Brandon would have gotten to third base with that errant throw. Howie thought he was going the whole time. Get a ball that far, you take your chances in advancing.
Well, the reputation of Matt Kemp with a strong arm in the outfield, but again, he's going away from the base there, so he's going to go to left center field to get himself in position. Howie's thinking the line, he's going to get to second, but he's got to pull up the brakes and go back to first base. As Brandon started going, went back to second. Very good arm strength out in center field and right field for the Dodgers. And Garrett Anderson fairly effective with his arm, but not as strong as those other two arms in the outfield.
One ball, no strikes on Bobby Abreu, who has struck out and walked in this one. That makes him 0 for 1. Garrett Anderson, shallow in left. Angel fans have seen that for many a years. One and one. Bobby lays off that slow breaking pitch, so tantalizing. It's 2 balls and a strike, especially in that lefty-lefty matchup. You had that Coors Light freeze cam showing that breaking pitch where that curveball starts in that strike zone. You start to pull the trigger, and by the time the bat's through the zone, the pitch is nowhere near it. 2-1. And that is out to straightaway center field. Tampa's back. Score! 3-run Jimmy Jack ties things up. It's a 3-3 tie here in the 6th.
Well, you talk about getting yourself into a great fastball count. Really, the only pitch you're going to have a shot if you're Bobby Abreu against Clayton Kershaw is that fastball perfectly elevated. And that was the pitch for Bobby to drive. But that's not an easy shot to hit out to dead center at night here at the Big A. To tie the game up with one swing of the bat.
Bobby's 8th home run of the year, now with 37 RBIs. Brand new Fuego here at the Big A. As Torrey takes outside, we go back to it. Right down the middle.
Sound and distance for Bobby Abreu.
Torrey bouncing this one to third. Blake's got it. And there is out number 2.
I think Earl Weaver said a number of times that is the best play in baseball.
Boy, after a quiet night offensively, all the credit in the world to Clayton Kershaw for the way he's kept the Angel hitters off balance. It was a matter of time. He walked those 2 first guys in the 4th inning, Nothing happened there, but then the leadoff walk to Brandon Wood, followed by the single to Kendrick, and after the Franzen pop-up, Abreu tying things up.
And the base hit for Howie Kendrick, 3-2 count. The home run, Bobby Abreu, a 2-1 count. So he got to see some pitches and took advantage of a mistake. Not many mistakes made in this entire game for Kershaw, but those 2 were.
Just the 5th home run allowed by Clayton Kershaw this year, who has limited opponents to a .206 batting average coming into this one, and lefties just .188. Matsui 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up. Two balls and a strike. Matsui fouling this one off. He got a fastball himself.
Pretty good swing at that fastball. Yeah, you get all kinds of scouting reports, and it seems to be the tendency on a 2-1 count. Kershaw, particularly against lefties, will throw that fastball. That's your best opportunity to be able to drive a baseball. Get a fastball out over the plate, get your arms extended, and crush it.
Full count. Kevin Jepson is up and loosening. Matsui goes down swinging for the third out. Fifth strikeout of the night for Clayton Kershaw, but not before he gives up a 3-run blast to Bobby Abreu. And after 6 in the books here at the Big A, we're tied.
Seventh, Bobby Abreu with our Coors Light cold hard blast. A 2-1 fastball. No chance of getting that by him. Bobby going hunting again. Here at home hitting 300. And the Big A hits a 3-run shot. That was a Coors Light cold hard blast.
It was a blast indeed. Here in the 7th, top of the order for the Dodgers, Russell Martin. Andre Ethier, Manny Ramirez against Irvin Santana, who's retired the last 5 in a row since he gave up the walk to Loney in the 5th inning. Breaking ball outside, it's 1-1.
Now this is, if you're a starting pitcher right now, your offense came through with a big blast there to tie it up. You got to think in lines of be selfish. Think about a W right now, so you got to go put a 0 up.
Good pitch there, and it's 1-2. I mean, it's just it's like a shot of adrenaline right in the chest. You think about it, the way that Kershaw's been pitching, turn things around.
You just have to think in your mind that you have to throw up a 0. You have to have your best stuff in this particular inning.
Kevin Franzen, there is out number 1. Time now for the One West Bank One Person, One Play, brought to you by One West Bank.
Well, that was a tough play. In between hop. Franzen, generally a middle infielder, came in with a nice play on that short hop to make the throw across, get that key first out here in the top of the 7th.
One person at a time. Here's Andre Ethier, who's had a couple of hits, single, a double, an RBI. He'll swing and line it to Howie Kendrick, and there's out number 2.
Wonder if he's going to get angry once again. Just off the end of the bat.
You hear the boos from Manny Ramirez. Comes up with 2 outs. Nobody on. 0 for 3 so far with a couple of fly ball outs and a strikeout.
Manny, a guy generally likes to see pitch. Some got to believe right now, if there's a fastball right now, he's going to be swinging as hard as he can. If it's anywhere near where he thinks he can get his arms extended.
Here it is. Go get it.
He tried it, but again, it was that fastball in the inner half. Well, he used to be a hitter so often would take that first pitch, but he was gearing up for the fastball, gets it along with Urban, but the location for Urban Santana was perfect. Now going with a slider.
One pitch. Checked his swing. They wanted appeal. No, he did not. Mike DeMuro with the call at first. The 2-1. And that is hit into left field for a base hit with 2 outs. First of the night for Matty. 8th for the Dodgers. And Santana now will face a left-hand hitting James Loney. Loney with a fly ball to center, an RBI single, bringing home his 46th RBI, and he's also walked. So he's 1 for 2. Manny with a very short lead at first. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Manny would, huh?
I guess so.
Does that help him give directions to Dodger Stadium? He doesn't get lost.
I guess it should help him.
I'll always stop at a gas station, you know. Loney takes a strike and it's 1-2. Hey, buddy, I need some help. Where are you going? Well, my shoes say Mannywood. That's where I need to go.
That's that left field pavilion in Dodger Stadium, and they know exactly where it's at.
1-2. Down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A big pitch here now for Urban Santana. Settled down, has done a nice job. Certainly hasn't had his best fastball, especially located. Not his best slider also, but has made some key pitches at the right time. But he needs one now against a very dangerous hitter here in James Loney, a good low ball hitter.
Two got him looking on the outside corner. Down goes Loney. And it's 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. Nicely done by Urban Santana for getting through 7 innings as we are tied at 3 here at the Big A. punch-outs, 2 walks. He departs with a 3-3 tie as we start the bottom of the 7th inning here. Clayton Kershaw is still out there, having thrown just 87 pitches. And he'll face Rivera, Napoli, and Mathis.
That was a great job by Irvin Santana. What a pitch to James Loney to finish off his night of work.
Kershaw, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, having allowed just 3 hits, 2 to Howie Kendrick, 2 singles, and of course the home run to Bobby Abreu to tie things up in the 6th inning. Rivera takes down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And Juan Rivera got himself into a good fastball count. Look middle in, see if he can do some damage to that pitch.
He was, and that's line past Jamie Carroll. Up the alley she goes. Rivera heading to second. He is in there with a stand-up double. I think Jamie Carroll thought he had a beat on that ball.
I didn't realize how hard that ball was hit. That was just over his head. Next thing you know, it's going almost all the way to the wall in left center field. Well, you talk about centering up a baseball. Smo showed that ball just got by the glove of Jamie Carroll at shortstop.
So the go-ahead run, the potential go-ahead run at second base. And here's Napoli, who has twice hit the ball hard and grounded out. Ronald Belisario start to play catch in the Dodgers bullpen.
And Mike Napoli wants to hit a ball hard to the right side, but Kershaw is going to stay inside on him. Try to make it more difficult to go to the right side.
Two balls and no strikes. Time is called. Rick Honeycutt's going to sprint out real quick and talk things over. Hey, fans, come out to Angel Stadium Sunday, July 4th and cheer your Angels on to victory against the Kansas City Royals. And sit back and watch a patriotic fireworks show courtesy of the U.S. Army. Don't miss out on one of the best fireworks shows in the Southland. Purchase your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com. Don't forget, game time on Sunday, July 4th is 5:15 p.m. That is an ESPN game. Sunday Night Baseball.
And off to Chicago after the game.
Yep. Rally Monkey in full effect here at the Big A. 3-3 tie. The bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody out. And Juan Rivera at second base. Napoli with a good hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. We've got Mathis to follow, then Brandon Wood. 2-0. Foul off to the right.
Boy, staying inside again. Very difficult to go inside out when that fastball, especially that firm fastball at the belt. Pretty good idea of pitching for a young pitcher like Kershaw is to stay inside. Anything on the outer half gives it a much better opportunity for Napa to hit the ball to second base, first base to advance Juan Rivera.
Oh. Napoli had the pitch to handle there. Fouls it straight back, and it's 2-2.
Well, that wasn't a pitch he was thinking in lines of getting the guy over. He was thinking about getting him home with one swing. Wow. Exmo will show this fastball right down the heart of the plate. Just missed squaring up that baseball.
Two. Upstairs, full count. There's Jeff. Kershaw's ready. Glance back to Rivera. The 3-2. Napoli fouls this one back.
Well, he swung at ball 4. Still on that fastball, even though it was up and out of the strike zone. What does Kershaw think about throwing that breaking pitch in this spot? They're all fastballs.
And still with the approach of trying to hit the ball on the right side of the infield. Five full counts for Clayton Kershaw over the last 3+ innings, which was not the case in the early parts of this game. Napoli takes a called strike 3, and there's out number 1.
Well, I was wondering if he was going to throw that curveball at any point during that at bat, and he froze. Mike Napoli, after a couple good fastballs, good at bat, tried to do his job as far as getting to the right side, but then that curveball locked him at 79 miles an hour. So we'll show the rotation of that curveball on the inner half. You're at the mercy of the umpire.
Kershaw stepping off for a moment and glancing back to Casey Blake. I was talking about if Mathis decides to drop one down up the third base line. There's a balk. Rivera's going to third. So obviously preoccupied with something. Prior to that, he had stepped off and glanced back over to Casey Blake, talking about coverage on the line. Which, what's it matter? You've got one out, a man at second base. You've got bunts, take possession, but then all of a sudden does this. Started to go into that windup, yeah.
You can see right here what Kershaw was doing, starting to move, and then he's trying to signal him to go through the signs again. Well, that's a huge mistake. Now the infield is brought in for the Dodgers.
Mathis fouling it back. Jets 0 for 2 with a couple of fly balls. We'll take another one here. One to right, one to center.
And remember that strong arm out in center field, Matt Kemp, and of course Andre Ethier in right field. The fly ball is what Mathis wants, but it's going to be an opportunity where Juan Rivera gets back to that base and gets a good jump if they're going to score against those two arms in the outfield.
Throw down to third base, and Rivera is out. You cannot get picked off in that situation. There is no reason to get picked off in that situation, especially with the infield in.
We saw Russell Martin do that against the Angels in Dodger Stadium. And the Angels would do this often themselves. Well, that's a situation that's cost yourself.
It costs yourself an opportunity to go up. Mathis gets the base hit.
And with the infield in, that would have been the same result.
Mathis now with a 13-game hitting streak. Here's Brandon Wood. And Brandon lining one toward the corner. Andre Ethier can't get it. It falls in for a hit. Brandon will stop at first. And Mathis ends up at third base.
Well, that's a pretty good piece of hitting for Brandon Wood there. Fastball up, out over the plate, hits it well to right field. Looks like Joe Torre may make a move here.
Yep, that's going to be it for Clayton Kershaw. With Ronald Belisario ready to go in the bullpen, we'll be up to that right-hander to face Howie Kendrick. With 2 men on and 2 out through the for Clayton Kershaw with 2 outs. Runners at first and third, and the leadoff man, Howie Kendrick, stepping to the plate. Belisario with that 1-1 record, of .450 ERA in 28 games this year. The first pitch is on the corner for a strike.
You see he's got that good fastball, 93 to 96. And a pretty good slider also. Will overthrow that slider on occasion. Look for a ball in the dirt here also.
Deal 1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Howie with a couple of knocks in this one. 2 for 3, 2 singles. And also a fly ball to right. You've got Jeff Mathis over at third. Brandon Wood is the base runner at first base. On the ground to the right side. That's a base hit. Mathis will score, and the Angels are up 4-3. Third hit of the night for Howie Kendrick, his 47th RBI of the season.
What about that now? You mentioned 47 RBI for Howie Kendrick. What an approach again. We talked about that ability to go inside out. Exmo shows that fastball outside part of the plate. Look at that level head. He didn't go open up. He stayed his hands back, trusted his hands through the zone, and got it by DeWitt for a base hit.
Since May 25th, second most RBIs in the American League. As Kevin Franzen takes a strike. That run charged to Clayton Kershaw. He's responsible for Brandon Wood at third. Trying to drop a bunt.
Tell you what, if he gets it down, that's a base hit RBI. We were talking to Dino Evo about that. He has that look down there at third base. When he sees the third baseman playing that far back, that's a gift run if you get that down.
No doubt.
Now you just got to try to put the ball in play, see what happens.
0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Russell Martin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Juan Rivera saying thank you to Jeff Mathis, Brandon Wood, and Howie Kendrick for picking him up. Got picked off after being balked over to third base for the second out of the inning. The 1-2. Boy, Howie Kendrick just continuing to get it done. Team leader. Batting average with men in scoring position, coming into this one a .346 average and delivering the go-ahead base hit.
He's got 3 hits today, 1 to left, 1 to center, 1 to right.
Equal opportunity hit machine. Here's the 1-2. And that one's fouled off of Martin.
Right between the kneecap and the shin guards. So Martin seems to play pretty much every inning of every game.
Howie was off on the last pitch. Let's see what he does here. Step to third, look to first.
He was going on that. See if they can try to manufacture a run, steal a run. Maybe a double steal.
Fireballing left-hander. Quo's up now. Chopper foul. Good little battle here for Kevin Franzen. Tough pitch.
Pretty good job of staying alive on that one. That was a nasty slider. Just to foul it off and stay alive. More pitches to see, better opportunity. The pitcher at some point during this sequence will make a mistake.
Cal remains at a ball and 2 strike. Brandon still at third base. Kendrick at first. There goes Howard. That one's ripped down a left field line, and that is a fair ball. Wood will score. Howie going on a pitch will score easily. Trying to go to third is Franzen. He is in there with a 2 RBI triple. Cool breeze puts the Angels up 6-3.
What is it back? Talk about a pitcher making mistake and some tough pitches. He fouled off that slider and turned on that cheese in the inner half. Wow, what a job by Franzen. He's made the most of his opportunity. There's no doubt about it. Gets a fastball inner half, turns on it, keeps it fair, down the line. Good job by the fans to stay away from that, reaching out and touching that baseball also.
First triple of the year for Franzen, now with 8 RBIs. The inning continues. Clayton Kershaw's line is now done, as Belisario has allowed a run himself and now facing Abreu. It was Bobby who tied things up with that 3-run home run in the 6th inning off Kershaw. 4 straight 2-out hits. Bobby takes a strike and it's 1-1. Franzen getting credit with a double. Garrett Anderson getting charged with the error.
Well, he was right along the wall there to be able to keep him from getting by it, but it got by him anyhow.
My, how this game has changed over the last couple of innings.
Big reason, the guy at the plate right here. Got that 2-1 fastball by Kershaw over the middle of the plate. 3-run shot to center.
Kevin Franzen standing at third base. Bobby late on that fastball, was anticipating the breaking pitch, and he goes down for the 3rd out, but not before the Halos take the lead on Howie Kendrick's base hit. They tack on a couple extra on Franzen's double through 7. Angels 6, Dodgers to put the Angels up. Kevin Franzen adding a couple of insurance runs. Clayton Kershaw, 5 earned runs. And who would have thought that, considering the 5 innings he threw to start this ball game off? 6 2/3, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Those 5 earned runs on 6 hits and a home run. Of course, the home run to Bobby Abreu. Fernando Rodney takes over here in the 8th to face Garrett Anderson, Casey Blake, and Matt Kemp. He's got a new first baseman, and that is Rob Quinlan taking over for Mike Napoli.
One job here for Fernando Rodney, a 0. Shutdown inning. Get the offense going once again. What great at bats throughout that entire inning, particularly with 2 outs by the Halo hitters.
Garrett Anderson 0 for 3 in this one. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. Garrett with a ground out, a strikeout, and a fly ball out. Good off speed there, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. If you have told and polled anybody, 41,595 in this stadium, that after 5 innings, Irvin Santana would be in line for a W, they would have said you are crazy. The way Kershaw was pitching, down 3-0 were the Angels.
Well, he looked unhittable. But again, he came out of his mechanics with a couple innings that gave the Angel hitters some hope. Walked a couple guys there in the 4th inning, got out of it with a double play, but then in the 6th inning, a leadoff walk. All of a sudden, trouble came about. Bobby Abreu with that 3-run shot on a 2-1 count to center field to tie it up.
One, 2, just missed inside. Rodney thought he had the strikeout. It's 2-2.
Well, that was a perfect pitch. I think, I hit the perfect spot. You're talking about 95. Mike Scioscia wants to understand why Bill Welke's making that facial expression and gesturing out to Fernando Rodney.
The 2-2. Got him swinging on the off speed. Nope, and foul tipped it. Good pitch. Had him out in front. Irvin Santana, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 runs on 8 hits. Garrett gets a piece of that one at 97 miles an hour. This one out towards left center field, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. So the Dodgers get their leadoff man on board here to start the 8th. Take a look at our Land Rover game summary. The Angels down 3-0 in the 6th inning. Bobby Abreu with the home run to tie things up, and then the Howie Chandrick base hit at the 7th. Putting the Angels up 4-3. Franzen followed with the double that brought home 2 runs. That's where we stand now, 6-3 Angels. Blake takes a strike.
We're just looking at that highlight of Howie Kendrick's swing again, how the approach was, let that fastball get so deep in the zone and still had the confidence in his hand to hit that ball in the right field for a base hit. Having a nice ground ball right to Howie right now to turn 2. Look at that base hit by Garrett Anderson, who looked like he was struck out before he got that base hit. And that fastball on the inside corner hit 1-2.
Rodney's fallen behind on Casey Blake at 2 balls and a strike. Blake twice has struck out. The other time a fly ball to right, so 0 for 3 performance thus far. Shot foul and into the Dodger dugout. That one got in there in a hurry.
Well, you hope everyone's okay, because that did get right through that hole in the screen as you walk up there, your approach at the plate. Russell Martin said, I just got a foul ball just off my kneecap. I don't need another one in the dugout when I'm sitting down.
Catchers can't win.
No.
Shot into the second deck and then ricocheting off the wall. Casey Blake a little bit late on the fastballs from Fernando Rodney. The Dodgers with 3 runs, 9 hits, an error, 7 left on. The Angels 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on for the Halos. Fernando and Jeff Mathis keeping with the theme of the fastballs.
So they're going fastball once again.
On the ground towards third. Short hop. Francis can't handle it. And that's one of those you almost wish you just kind of sat back on, played the big hop, and take the out at first base.
So at this point in the game, you're looking for outs.
It's an error on Franzen all the way.
And he can wait back on that one to be able to get Casey Blake running down the line. Still struggling with the back issue he has. Now, all you can hope for with Matt Kemp is to get another ground ball at an infielder.
So the first 2 have reached here for the Dodgers in the 8th. Kemp is 1 for 3. The one being a home run off Irvin Santana. At that point in the 4th inning, it put the Dodgers up 3-0. The fastball is in for a strike. Kemp late on that one. It's quickly 0-2. See Garrett Anderson at second. It's Casey Blake at first. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Garrett's now taking a very big lead at second. As Kemp bounces one up the middle. Brandon Wood with the dive. The flip and the release in time. 6-4-3 goes to double play. And started nicely by Brandon Wood. Howie got taken out by Casey Blake at second. Hopefully he's all right.
That, my friend Victor, is probably the play of the night in Major League Baseball. You're talking about a potential game-saving play by Brandon Wood up the middle. Dives, flips it to Howie. He's taking that hard at second base by Casey Blake. That's proper baseball. That's what you want out of your players. But a great play by Brandon. Great turn by Howie, able to get a lot on that throw as he was taken out by Casey Blake at second.
I think it's just a matter of how he landed on that right arm or shoulder. So Howie's going to try to play some catch here, make sure everything is all right. Maybe a little stinger as he landed on the ground.
Oh, that is a great turn by Howie. Great play by Brandon Wood, too. An X-Mo was showed, and Casey Blake sliding in to try to be able to prevent that double play. It comes down to the wrist, and you see they're trying to hold up his weight to jar that shoulder. Would be able to turn it against Matt Kemp also. That's not an easy task. The guy who runs that fast.
Garrett Anderson ends up at third base, 2 outs. Ibar familiar with those type of plays at second base. Blake DeWitt takes outside. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Just a fantastic play by Brandon Wood. I mean, almost to the point where you just take the 1 out and you're blessed with the double plays. DeWitt takes outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, when you think about that play right there, you think you have no chance with Matt Kemp running down the line to get a double play. A great job by the middle infield for the Angels.
DeWitt bouncing it foul. It's 2 balls and a strike. Didn't miss by much. 3-1. Jamie Carroll, the shortstop, on deck. This one's out to center field. Is it going to hang up? It does for Torrey Hunter. And there is out number 3, middle of the 8th. The Angels still up by the score of 6-3. It certainly helped out by that terrific double. Welke talking things over between innings here because Fernando Rodney apparently yelled at Bill Welke and was ejected from this game. It doesn't matter because Rodney was only going to go 1 inning. So you'll get the obligatory fine. I thought Fernando just gave him a good old salute as he was heading off the field. You see Ramon Trancoso coming on for the Dodgers.
I think he did initially. He did maybe a few other things, a few other gestures, got him out of the game. Again, Bill Welke did miss that pitch, but he's been pretty darn consistent throughout this ball game.
Yep.
He's been, in my opinion, been excellent. That pitch he did miss, but he hasn't missed many during the course of this game.
Well, it did not come back to haunt the Angels. It was the pitch on Garrett Anderson, who got the leadoff base hit, and he was stranded at third. Torrey Hunter to lead things off here in the 8th. He'll take a strike. Ramon Trancoso, 1-1, a .581 ERA in 33 games this year. facing Hunter, Matsui, and Rivera.
Above average fastball 89-94 and above average curveball also.
Torrey fouling this one off to the right. 0 for 3 night for Hunter. A strikeout, a double play ball, and a ground ball to third. The Angels in a position for their 40th victory of the year. Back to their high water mark of 7 games over 500. Still with work to be done in that 9th inning, but assuming the score holds. In need of a W to stay 3.5 games back in the Texas Rangers, who won their 9th consecutive game tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Torrey, a bouncer towards short. Jamie Carroll's got it. He's out number 1. Take a look at the Chevrolet pitching matchup for tomorrow night. John Eli, the youngster, will be going for the Dodgers, facing the veteran Yoel Pinheiro.
Well, Pinheiro's throwing the ball so well his last 3 starts, working down into the strike zone, using that curveball and slider, and then even a split and change. Eli's a guy that lives on the outside part of the plate. Angel hitters got to look out over the plate and see if they can drive it.
Brian Fuentes is up and loosening. He will come on in the 9th inning, barring extra runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That takes it from being a save opportunity into a non-save situation. Matsui also 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Ronald Belisario for the Dodgers tonight went 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 hits and a run. It was earned, and he also picked up a strikeout. Troncoso now pitching in his 34th game.
That's the concern for the Dodgers bullpen. Like last year, a lot of games, a lot of innings out of their bullpen.
70th game tonight for the Dodgers. They rolled into this one with a 38-31 record. And a lot of those bullpen arms have seen a lot of action already this year.
0 complete games for the Dodgers and Joe Torre so far out of that starting rotation. Certainly going to be a concern for Joe as the season progresses.
Matsui goes down swinging for out number 2. That'll bring up Juan Rivera. Juan's 1 for 3. He had a double in the 7th inning. Was balked over to third base and then was picked off by Russell Martin. He'll take a strike. Just looking at that matchup for tomorrow night, it was Pinheiro that started that Friday night game at Dodger Stadium. Kind of set the tone for the weekend. Complete game performance that he had.
Eli, very high energy guy. Creates different arm angles. Very good straight changeup. Really a nice job for Joe Torre and the Dodgers. Out of nowhere. Big part of that rotation.
Rivera goes down swinging. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ramon Troncoso. As we head to the 9th inning, we think it's Brian Fuentes coming on, and it is. As the Angels go looking for their 40th win the ninth inning. Brian Fuentes on in relief, trying to close things out against the Dodgers with the Halos up by the score of 6-3. Brian pitching in his 19th game this year.
It's all about the mechanics. Getting that first pitch for a strike for Fuentes. A fastball, 88 to 90. Is that slider? When he stays on top of that pitch, a very effective pitch and a changeup.
Brian looking for his 11th save of the season.
Trying to get career number 16 save against the Dodgers. Great at bat by Bobby Abreu. A 2-1 fastball. Kershaw at that point was just flat out dealing. That man right there has had himself a game. Base hit to left, base hit to center, big base hit RBI to right field, and turn a great double play. Franzen, another great at bat. Key RBI. Get that insurance runs.
Well, Fuentes will face 9-1-2. Carroll, Martin, and Ethier here in the ninth inning. Jamie Carroll 1 for 3. He had a single back in the third inning. Leave it a count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Brian pitched over the weekend against the Cubs. 2/3 of an inning. Getting action in that Sunday game in which the Angels lost 12-1 as Carroll pops one up. Is it playable for Mathis? It is not. But it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That inning, the 2/3 of an inning that Brian pitched in that game, kind of snowballed on him, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits.
Always the key batter in the ninth inning is to get that leadoff batter. Head of the count now, an opportunity to get him.
Two balls, 2 strikes. $41,595 here at the Big A. Game 1 of this 3-game set. And it's a full count. Fernando Rodney, 1 inning, 1 hit allowed. Irvin Santana in line for what would be his 7th win of the year. Went 7 innings, struck out 6, walked 2, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Also gave up a home run to Matt Kemp. As Carroll lines on the left field, and that's going to fly for a base hit. Rivera plays it to the backhand. Carroll will stop it first with a long single. Nice throw. A nice play by Rivera to get the ball back into the infield.
Well, what it does, it gives you an opportunity to get a double play with 1 pitch. Good job by Juan Rivera to be able to cut that one off. Jimmy Carroll seemed to have had good at-bats against Fuentes. They were teammates at Colorado. He's had some good at-bats against Brian, including that one right there for a base hit.
There's Russell Martin. A single, a walk, a fly ball out, and a ground out. Takes the breaking ball inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And Martin hits one out to right. Playable for Abreu. There's out number 1.
Well, just inside enough for Martin to be able to get that fly ball for that first out of this inning.
Ethier a 2 for 4 night. Single and a double with an RBI, now with 44 runs batted in. This one skirts through the legs of Jeff Mathis. So Carroll advances to second. No double play now.
Well, he picks in the dirt. The body movement was there for Mathis, but he didn't get the glove down. It got through the legs. Almost might have been a cross-up. Or at the very least, want to get on the right page as far as with a man on second, what's the pitch sequence going to be? As far as where the fastball, what number of the pitch will be until they get this out.
Ethier grounding one to the left side. Franzen's got it off balance. 2 outs. Tough play for Kevin Franzen with a lot of spin and going far to his left.
Exactly, too. Off the end of the bat, a left-hander is going to have that spin. Ethier runs pretty well, able to make the play on the run. Gets Ethier by a half a step.
Mathis and Fuentes talking things over. Manny stepping to the plate. Ramirez 1 for 4. The one coming back in the 7th. A base hit the left field. It came with 2 outs off Irvin Santana before he struck out James Loney to finish his 7 innings for the evening. No balls and a strike.
That was a pretty good cut. That fastball. But again, it's a strike. 0 for 2 in his career against Fuentes. Ramirez is, including a strikeout. That might have been his best pitch to hit. Now Fuentes has an opportunity with head of the count. See if he can close it out.
Jamie Carroll taking a big lead at second. His run means nothing at this point. Oh, 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And unlike back on June 11th, that weekend at Dodger Stadium, there's a little hop in Manny's step.
He's definitely seeing the baseball much better now.
One pitch. Ramirez popping one up to right. Here comes Abreu. Light that baby up. The Angels take their 4th consecutive win against the Los Angeles Dodgers. They pick up the W to start this 2-week homestand in grand fashion. 6-3 the final.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you think about the 5th inning when they're down 3-0, the Angels, you think there's no chance the way Kershaw was pitching. But Bobby Abreu's 3-run shot on a 2-1 fastball to dead center field. Some great swings from Howie Kendrick. We talked about base at the left, base at the center, base at the right. Drove in that key run to go ahead and run. And Kevin Franzen with that double after a tough slider on the outside part of the plate. Just fouled it off, but then gets the fastball. Inner half, turns on it. Great game, too, for Brandon Wood, a base hit in the right field. Turned an unbelievable double play with Howie Kendrick. It looked like the Dodgers had some momentum going against Fernando Rodney, but instead the defense did their job with Fuentes dealing against the Dodgers once again. Career save number 16, coming into the game, 2.19 ERA against the Dodgers. Continues to do the job for Mike Scioscia and Mike Butcher. And the Angels get that big victory against the Dodgers, a game in which it didn't look like they had a shot at it.
Irvin Santana goes 7 innings. He picks up his 7th win. He's now 7-5 on the year. Clayton Kershaw, for his effort, 6 2/3, takes the loss. He is now 7-4. Brian Fuentes notching his 11th save. Again, the final 6-3. Let's go down to the field. Michael leads with Bobby Abreu.
Yeah, a huge hit by Bobby Abreu in the 6th inning, that 3-run home run. Up until that point, Bobby, Clayton Kershaw been pitching pretty well. What was your approach during that at-bat?
Well, I was looking for fastball the whole time. I mean, he was very tough. He threw me a lot of fastballs the middle of the way and struck me out the first at-bat with a curveball. So I just set up on the fastball. So he threw me the fastball middle in, and I make a pretty good contact, right 3 runs.
Yeah, it was pretty good contact. As soon as you hit it, you knew it was gone. But that was a huge blow for this team to get back into this game and to give you guys a chance to go on and win it later in the game.
It is. I mean, one of the things that we have is that we never give up. We're always trying to push it. We're always trying to score some runs, attack every time, and whenever we have a chance, we're going to do it. So that's part of our plan, and that's what we do.
You guys now are, 19-7 since May 25th. That's tied with Boston for the best record in the American League. And the thing that's impressive, Bobby, is you've done it with so many injuries. Kendra Morales, Eric Ibar, Jeff Mathis, Brandon Wood. So many guys have been injured, but you guys seemingly are playing your best baseball. How is that possible?
Well, we just always pushing. We never, I would say the little things, help us, to win the games, like move the runners, hit with a runner score position. Our pitchers, they're doing such a good job right now. So we produce a lot of runs. We scored a lot of runs. So I think that's one of the things that help us, to win a lot of games so far.
Bobby, appreciate the time.
Thank you very much.
Bobby Brady and the Angels start this series against the Dodgers with a come from behind 6-3 win. They've now won 4 in a row over the Dodgers in the Freeway Series this season. We got plenty more to come on Angels Live. Get more reaction when we return here to Angel Stadium.